Hey guys, are we live? I don't actually know. Give me a second, guys. We'll find out for sure. I want to bring up my desktop. We're going to dive into um, Course in Miracles as per title instructions on my part. Often, excuse me, guys. Often it seems that I don't make it there. I start talking about something different. It's all interrelated, though. Everything comes around full circle. It seems we have Chris here, Nature's Dog Realms, Mama Chris. How are you? Our newest member, much appreciated. And Michael was here. Hey Yogi, have a good workout, buddy. Thank you. Yep, we're going to talk for a few minutes. It's just now 5:01, and I'll make my oatmeal, and then we'll go out, take a walk, and do my workout. Today is it's fight day with the kettlebells. It's actually called, fights, which is, man, I'm getting bushy. Which is really just repeats. I'll do three-minute kettlebell jerk sets and a set of kettlebell snatches. Maybe some pull-ups for the day. So I'm going to bring up my online version of the Course in Miracles. Very handy. Very handy for me when I'm writing, and I'm writing something specific to A Course in Miracles. And I also want to bring up lesson 247? I will let you know. It is 247. And I wrote about 247 today. It's been for about 3 days. Very often it seems that a lesson will keep playing out through my mind, giving me different, deeper insights. So here is an insight that's been playing through mine. Lesson 247 is, without forgiveness, I will still be blind. And it begins with, sin is the symbol of attack. Sin, what we're going here is the original and actual meaning of sin. Sin means to miss the mark, to miss the target. It is not a eternal damnation. The only deadly sin is a sin that keeps us trapped within the death grip of the ego. So sin is the symbol of attack. And every attack is attack upon ourselves. No exceptions. That is hard for us to wrap our heads around because we feel justified in our attacks, because we're thinking in terms of the ego. And the ego always wants to justify not just its attack, but to justify its existence. And it does so through making those distinctions. I am right. And if I am right, that means you are wrong unless you agree with me. Even if you agree with me, I'm a little suspicious. I'm a little suspicious of why you agree with me. The ego wishes to keep you blind in everything but the ego's own limited vision, which is limited to its own best self-interest, because that's how it survives. So sin is the symbol of attack. Behold it anywhere, and I will suffer. Me. As long as I am beholding sin anywhere, as long as I am attacking anyone, anything, then I'm suffering. Which brings to mind the Buddha's declaration that he teaches one thing and one thing only, which is suffering and the way out of suffering. So here in line 3 of lesson 247 says, forgiveness is the only means whereby Christ's vision comes to me. If you are more comfortable substituting Christ with Buddha, remember the Buddha said that he teaches only suffering and the way out of suffering. And with that, he offers his eightfold path. Same with yoga. Yoga offers the 8 branches of yoga. And it's a way of seeing beyond our limited perception, seeing beyond what they call the kleshas of the mind, which klesha literally means affliction, seeing beyond the 5 afflictions of the mind. And what I loved, why I fell in love with the Course in Miracles, I love seeing those 5 afflictions and how they keep us trapped. Yoga. Very, very insightful. It all made sense, so much sense. It's a deep psychology. And I love the path of yoga, that through what Patanjali offers in his Yoga Sutras, that yoga is experienced by one who sees past the fluctuations of the mind, the vacillation of the mind, meaning that we become very still, insightful. We see how the mind is going up, the mind is going down. It's when we study the mind that we see with true perception. Again, all of that has been very valuable. But why I fell in love with the Course in Miracles is because it takes all of that and agrees and says, yoga is extremely helpful, meditation is extremely helpful, breath work is extremely helpful, but in the end, it all comes down to one thing and one thing only, and that is forgiveness. It comes down to forgiveness. Yoga, the entirety of yoga comes down to forgiveness. Buddhism, the entirety of Buddhism comes down to forgiveness. Christianity, obviously. Course in Miracles says the only lesson of the crucifixion is that we can all survive our own moment on the cross, placing others on the cross, crucifying others, and our own crucifixion of self. What's up, Johnny Cash? Nice to see you again. Easy says, good morning, Eric. Hey, Easy. Hey, Stats. Stats, how are you? So I'm going to read 247 again. Just a minute. Hey, Village Food Season. I appreciate that like. Thank you so much. Seth says, can't sleep. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm sorry you can't sleep. You want to do a little bit of breath work before we call it a morning? Johnny Cash says, in 2 years, I will return to my past life when I was Johnny Cash. Village Food Season says, easy, hello. Stats says, sure. All right. So Stats, what I want you to do, if you don't mind, is make yourself comfortable. Sit in a very relaxed position, as if you're preparing yourself to be ready for sleep, because that's truly what we're doing. It's going to be a very, very simple breath. We're going to breathe through the nose. We're going to exhale through the nose. So we're breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the nose. What you want to do is slow the breath down, because we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to exhale for a count of 8. Now, if you try to breathe in quickly, you're never going to make it to 4. If you try to exhale in a whoosh, you're not going to make it to 4. So we want to snore. We want to make a ha sound as we breathe in. I'm going to demonstrate it first with my mouth open. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but with my mouth shut. I do the same thing as I breathe in. I'm just pretending that I snore very lightly. It's as if someone asked you, can you imitate the sound of a loved one snoring? Hey, Amanda. Amanda says, you not say hello? This is the first that I've seen you. So I can only say hello when I see you. And since I see you, hello. All right, Sassa's got it. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 8. So with your eyes closed, just relax. Notice your breath as it goes in easily and naturally with no effort. And as we exhale easily without effort. I want you to take one conscious breath, breathing in, exhaling, and on the exhale, we're now going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. We notice the pause and we exhale for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last breath, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's keep your eyes closed for just a moment. Stay in this relaxing place that you created using only your breath. And just know that you have the ability to bring about this state of deep relaxation, preparing you for sleep anytime with the easiness, the grace of your breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes, my friend. Hey, Matthew. Matthew, it's nice to see you, my friend. How are you? Amanda says, I got you live on my live. Hot stuff muffin cakes. Thanks, Amanda. Hope you're doing well. Jace says, good morning and hello, beautiful. Oh, Jace called me beautiful. Good morning, Jace. Amanda says, purple. I'm doing well. Purple love. Where do we have purple? Let's see. Jace is saying hi to everyone. Lucy says, good morning, Yogi. Good morning, Lucy. I hope everyone's week is off to a good start. Matthew says, Eric, I'm not usually awake at this time, but I see it as divine timing. It is, my friend. Always happy to see you, Matthew. Lucy says, so did Jace. What's the plan for the week, guys? Hey, Praveen. Praveen says, slow. Thank you. You're welcome. Praveen says, hello, Sir Eric. And Matthew says, thanks, man. You're welcome, Matthew. Seth says, thank you, Yogi. Especially thank you for caring. Absolutely. You are welcome, Stats. Amanda says, bye. Bye, Amanda. Hey, Rosie. Rosie, how are you? Praveen says, hello to Lucy Warren. Hey, Praveen, I'm just now bringing my email up, so I will be able to listen to your song right after the live stream as I'm eating my breakfast. Rosie laughs and says, not good to upset her. Who's upset? I allow everyone to deal with their own upset. Jay says, I'm waiting to download, then run back home. I assume you're talking about an actual load. We get an emoji from Rosie. Rosie says, I'm okay, and you? Matthew says, oh, Eric, I never told you that I do art, and I'm going to send you what I've been doing lately to your messenger. Awesome. Hey, Matthew, I'm not at all surprised that you're an artist. I get that sensibility about you. The sensibility and sensitivity about you. Praveen says, sir, I've been sent it wrong. I sent the song which I wrote and composed, especially for you. I've sent it to your email. Yep, I saw your message this morning, and I will listen to it right after the live stream. Yep, Praveen says, thanks a ton, sir. No, thank you. Thank you for that honor. Bridget says, you okay? You seem sad. I'm okay. Thank you. Just a slow start the last 2 days. That time change, manipulation of the hours, never physically never helps too much. Losing that hour of sleep, because I generally sleep 4 or 5 hours a night anyway. So you take away an hour, and it can throw me off a bit. Let's see. Birdsey says hi to fact. And Lisa says, I was wondering what that meant what Jace wrote. It has a lot of meaning to it. It has a lot of meaning to it, doesn't it? Rosie says, you sure okay? I am okay. Thank you. I appreciate you caring. Seth says, I was able to get a bit of rest. Love and light. See you all later today. We'll leave my phone on no volume for watch hours. Love you, Yogi. Love you too, Stats. Thank you so much. Speaking of watch hours, Jay says, Lucy, I'm a delivery driver. I have 1 ton to handful. Is that what he calls it? Delivery driver. Stats sends some love. Thank you so much, Stats. Rosie says, you're welcome. I didn't do nothing. Rosie, you do a lot. I hope you realize how much you actually do. Sometimes just offering a little bit of concern, a little bit of consideration, a little bit of compassion is huge. It's huge. Well, thank you, Matthew. Give me 1 second, guys. So Matthew, yep, right after the live stream, I'll be checking it out. And it says, whoops and chains. Am I live right now? Lucy says, livery and handball. What? She's laughing. Jace, and the multiple meanings to everything that he has to say. Thank you, Rosie. So our friend Matthew, has just sent us some art. Matthew, are you still with us? This is what, Matthew, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to share it real quick on my screen. Do you mind if I show one of the images that you sent me? Matthew is still here. Hey, Dale. Hey, Lucifer. Lucifer says, I think Amanda also said something about a ball gag. I'm not surprised. All right, Matthew says, absolutely. So, guys, we're going to show a little bit of art. And if you want to offer an explanation, for everyone seeing the path. I love people who, second, guys. I love people, Praveen says, take care, sir, who share their art. Thank you so much, Matthew. Show a couple more. My own keep seeing. We dive in the conversation here real quick. Matthew says, thanks, Eric. I appreciate you. Dale says, you have a lot of books there. Do you think you would ever get around to reading them again? No. No. Some I have no intention of ever reading again. No need to read again. Others, yes. The others, whatever goes around and, grabs my attention. And it often does. A lot of them I use as references when I'm writing. Three says, take care. So you too, my friend. Oh, Liz says, I'm not sure. I'm great at seeing anything. I need glasses. And man, I want to know if you like banana bread. I do like banana bread. Matthew says, my tag is truth and message that you just read the actual said for everyone seeing the truth. Dale says, I think you found your calling with Course of Miracles. Yeah, what I love doing is, one, living my life through that blend of A Course of Miracles and yoga, and sharing it. Being able to, not everyone needs to, I don't think everyone needs to fully live the path of A Course of Miracles. But I think the message of forgiveness in its presentation as offered through A Course of Miracles is valuable to everyone, for sure. For one reason, it sets us free. It sets us free moment to moment to moment to moment. Dill says, I get the sense that you ended the search, if you like. Yes, most definitely. I've ended the search, but the practice continues. Miss Flipper, how are you? Matthew says, a new one that I'm going to start doing soon is Gnosis. Nice. I love that. Rosie says, Lutza, why are you trying to make the poor guy not eat banana bread with dang oats? Rosie Amanda says he likes bananas. I do like bananas. Rosie says, I'm sorry in advance for our bananas. That's okay. This says hello to Nephim. Nephim, am I pronouncing that right? And Dill says, besides, of course, Miracles, is there any other book that you said had such an impact with you? I Am That. That's how I got to Maharaj, for sure. David Goggman's, his book, and I can't remember the title offhand, I have it in the next room, The Teachings of Ramana Maharshi, as well as most certainly the Bhagavad Gita, the Tao Te Ching, all of that, the Upanishads, all of those have sort of solidified for me. And then in more like up-to-date books, Deepak Chopra's The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success has been a guiding light for me since the early 90s. Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Lucifer says, okay, hope everyone is there one another. Sorry. I hope everyone has a good day. I got to go feed the cows. Awesome. Told the cows I said hi. I love cows. Now Amanda wants to make sure you remember the bananas though, Yogi. Yep. Rosie says, Lucia, we all know Amanda gonna make us eat them. No more. I used to love bananas until she said that. Lucy is sending some unicorns and love and rainbows. Thank you. Hey, Jerry. We get some emojis. I can only recognize the wrench. Rosie says we have a stalker here. Laughing, she hidden. Lucy says we got something in there. See, Matthew says, Eric, I never thought to ask you, but before you got to this point in your journey, did you ever experience altered states of consciousness from any of the sacred medicines? Yes. Quite often. Quite often and continuously. My regret, Jerry says, love a banana for breakfast. My mistake is often throughout the 80s when I was following the Grateful Dead, was not pursuing it as sacred, although it certainly was, even all of my experiences with the Grateful Dead. But too often and too much, I just thought of it as recreation, at least when I started. But man, there's such sacredness in community and music, the vibrations that were created from that entire the Grateful Dead community, that it really did become a sacred experience. Phil says there's a book that many recommend called Doing the Work. Oh, Brian Katie. Yep, I got it right back on my, not even on my shelf. I got it handy. Very helpful. Brian Katie, many people consider her a modern Buddha that has come about her Buddhahood through addiction and a nervous breakdown. Don't underestimate the ability of a nervous breakdown to bring you to that state, not even a state. The 4 questions, very valuable. It's particularly for me, just one of the questions that she offers. And if anyone's interested, I'll let you know. Let's see, Praveen says, on Wednesday here in India, sir, we have a big Hindu festival, Holy Festival of Colors. You heard about the festival, sir? I have. Rosie says, I'll give you a hint. Who is it? She loves chains and whips and fruit. That could be anyone. That could be anyone. Who doesn't love chains and fruits and chains and whips and fruits? Praveen says, but most don't enjoy or play Holy because our Holy Lent season is going same time every year. I have a friend in Myanmar, and they celebrate the Festival of Colors as well. Lisa says, "Hey, what happened to Nephilim? There's my homie. Hey, what's happened to? What's happened to, or what's happening?" And she loves revenge. Well, that doesn't sound good. You know the old saying, those who proceed with revenge are digging a grave for two. Also has a hot son. Sorry, had to. Lisa says, bananas still better than corn. Hey, Jerry. Clark Dill says, he wasn't really an author of non-duality, although it seems he spoke about the oneness of life called Jung. Was also one of my favorite authors, a deep thinker with a high intelligence. He was, and who knows, had he lived a little longer, although he did live, I believe he died in 65, the year I was born. Who knows if he would have arrived a little more deeply to non-duality. I think he was there. Lucy says, we need unicorn vibes. We always need unicorn vibes. Matthew says, awesome, man. I was fortunate enough to come to that understanding fairly early, Eric. I was gifted with the knowledge that the sacred medicines are here to help upgrade human consciousness. They are. Have you ever heard of the stoned ape theory? Rosie says, I think I'm getting F for this lesson. I'm really sorry. I want to make you laugh. I don't think it's working. You make it, Rosie. You, my friend, just being who you are makes me smile. And it's a heart deep smile. You make me smile deep, deep, deep into my heart. And that is a big thing. So don't worry if I laugh or not. Just know that your presence, you being my friend, you being who you are, and the fact that there is someone as absolutely beautiful as you in this world makes me smile. And I'm deeply appreciative of that. I also keep distracting at how messy my beard is. Jerry says, I don't know, corn has a different texture. Well, yeah. Bill says, I think you're right, Eric. He was already getting around to the oneness of life. I recall him saying that everything is no thing or something like that. Had he lived a little later time. Yeah, and the thing is, he would have like Schopenhauer, spoke more about this. And think of how far he came from his studies, his original studies, with Freud. Sigmund Freud was about as far away from non-duality as you can get. So to come from Freud to Jung is huge. Matthew says, absolutely. I actually just had a conversation about that with a friend 2 nights ago, man. It's a valid theory. Let's see. Jerry says, both bananas and corn have countless types. Some more or less sweet. This is true. Well, are there countless types of bananas? Rosie says, love you, Yogi. I love you too, Rosie. And again, thank you. Thank you for just being you. And because you wanted to make me smile. And you wanted to make me laugh. Rosie says, Matthew, why you time out Luca? Matthew's just protective of the conversation. Dill says, I appreciate, I'm appreciative of your time, Eric, the patience you have, and the heart you show. Thank you so much. Dill said that. Sorry. Conversations threw me off a bit. Thank you, Dill. Lucifer says, Rosie, am I timed out? You're not timed out, Lucifer. Praveen says, sir, by attending your live stream, which is full of possibilities and pure souls helping me to live for long years, your live streams refresh my mind and soul. As your presence does for me, Praveen. You bring so much love into the live stream, and I really appreciate that. Hey, Mercy. Mercy says like 6. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I'm going to talk for just a minute or two, and then I'm going to go make my oatmeal. Bill says, yes, Jung diverted from Freud. Freud apparently tried to interpret one of Jung's dreams. Jung didn't like it and thought it was too in the story, if you like. And the dream, I believe, had a dark twist. Yeah. Which sounds typical of Freud. I think everything was interpreted through his own lens of sexuality. Because anyway, I want to tell everyone the cow said hi. Well, thank you. Please send the cows love from me. Reggie says, Matthew, the only person that can time Luca out is his girl. Matthew says, sorry, I timed out that guy out because I thought he was being inappropriate. I may have misunderstood what he was saying. It's okay, Matthew. Like I said, I know how much you're very guarded of our community and the conversations, and I appreciate that. Rosie's laughing, says you're welcome, and thank you. Dale says, Jung went his separate ways and came to some profound truths, while Freud seems stuck in the material world. I agree. I think you summed it up perfectly. Mercy says, shout out to all in the chat. Thank you, Mercy. I appreciate you being here, my friend. We got some love from Lucy. Matthew says he was saying that Lucifer was his daddy, and I just thought that it was someone bringing chaos into the space. Again, thank you, Matthew. Praveen says, thanks, sir, for those lovely words. You're welcome, my friend. Mercy says, Lucy, hello. Praveen says, 2 ads popped up, sir. Till now. Awesome. I appreciate you watching the ads. As I mentioned before, I am earning my income through YouTube, through the conversations that we have. And hopefully I get to demonstrate that you can earn your income through doing what you love. That it's love itself that's providing the income. We'll find out. Let's see, Gary says, better than Chili's, both on the way in and out. I guess so. All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you for joining in. I generally enjoy my 5 a.m. It helps me stick on message. Reminds me of Hafiz, the great Sufi poet. Wonderful book. The message tonight is love. The message this morning is love. The message this afternoon will be love. The message this evening will be love. Matthew says, no problem, Eric. I respect everyone's choices, but I chose not to follow with darkness. And I believe that there's certain things that you might also not want in your stream to keep it wholesome. Yeah, I do my best to just stay on point. And as long as I can stay on point, everything will fall into place. Tandra says, hey, Yogi. Hey, Tandra. How are you, my friend? Tandra, we are coming close. We're just, we're on the 10th, so 2 weeks away. You'll be able to resubmit. And you have to be getting really close to that 4K mark. Dale says, you don't have to do this, brother. But if you ever felt you needed a bit of extra money, would you consider selling them books? I've sold a few, which I have no need of anymore. I've thought about that. Where would I do it? Amazon? Lucy says, see you, Yogi. See you, Lucy. Always appreciate you coming in, my friend. Dale says, the books I have sold don't get much, but it's something. It's interesting. Things are starting to pick up on YouTube a bit. I don't need much, fortunately, because I have a house that's paid for. I don't have a car right now, so I just have food and utilities, taxes. Taxes take up a huge chunk. And the occasional extra book. Tanya says, have you changed your time? Our time zones have changed. Not time zones. Our clocks went back an hour on Sunday. Matthew says, that's what I'm here for then, man. Hey, Matthew, I always think that you are here. To me, you're the essence of what Ram Dass said when he was asked, why are we here? What's the purpose in life? And he said, we're here just to walk each other home. I always feel like you're walking beside me. We're walking each other home. Same with all of you guys. Much appreciated. Phil says, I like that you don't block people, Eric. You give people the benefit of the doubt, even if they act silly. Yeah, accept people where they are. If I were to block people, if I were to, the entire message of A Course in Miracles is don't make it real. Don't make it real. Don't solidify something. Fix it in time. In the end, the message, I think, could always come to just be lighthearted. Literally, lighten your heart and give it away. The essence of light is to extend. You can never hoard light. Green says, just for supporting you, sir, I only come here. I don't come for subscribers or my channel promotion. I just want to support you. And you do. You're a huge support. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and more so, I can't begin you to tell how honored that makes me feel. Lucy says, I block darkness in my stream. I would never allow that. Tanya says, yeah, Yogi's finger crossed. I am definitely crossing my finger. We're going to make it happen, Tandra. We're going to make it happen. You've been polishing your channel for the last month or so. Praveen says, 100% right. Lucy Warren's world. eBay. I never thought of eBay. Thank you. I got some other stuff that maybe I'll sell on eBay. My problem is, I don't have a car any longer, so it would be hard for me to get to ship things out. Matthew says, I'll catch you later, Eric. The case for having me. Thanks for having me, and much love to everyone here this morning. Much love to you, Matthew. Tanya says, the time change. Yep. Matthew says, I am my brother's keeper. Me too. I see myself as a spiritual warrior in some regards. I embody many archetypes. I'm just thinking archetypes this morning. But I feel that there is one of them. I feel that is one of them. Gregory, my friend. Hello, Eric. I hope you are well. Please kindly share the GoFundMe fundraiser to help a student who has the sole breadwinner in a family. I will. I will visit that in just a bit. And Dale says, Eric, if a younger man, say 21, who was a nice guy, but was feeling guilty and shame because he was suffering from unwanted intrusive thoughts, what advice would you give, if any? That there are no intrusive thoughts. There are just thoughts that we refuse to accept their presence. Just because we have a thought doesn't mean it's true, doesn't mean we have to believe it, and it certainly doesn't mean we have to fight it. What if it's just a thought? And what if we just let it go? And if it comes back, what if we just let it go again? And if it comes back, what if we let it go again? Until we see the insubstibility. Is that a word? the insubstantiality of the thought itself, the transience of the thought. We don't need to believe it. We don't need to cling to it. And we certainly don't need to act upon it. It's just a thought. That's the whole essence of the Yoga Sutras. It's the whole essence of yoga, is a mind that ceases to identify with the vacillation of thoughts, the vacillation of perception. Gregory says, thanks in advance. Very kind of you. Please pass the message on. And we appreciate your kindness. Help inspirational message. Stay strong. Our own Yogi Guru. Thank you so much, Gregory, my friend. Again, I'm going to visit it. I visited once earlier, the last time you visited us. Praveen says, sir, affiliate options also helps you earn a good amount. Do try this option. That's why you can see product links on my shorts, my videos. If any person buy products, then we get commission. Oh, nice. I don't know how to do an affiliate, though. Johnny Cash says, what's up? What's up? What's up, Johnny Cash, my friend? Matthew says, hey, Eric, you ever heard of Mujay? I have. I appreciate his message quite a bit. I have some friends who have actually spent time at his ashram. He was a disciple of Punjaji, who was a disciple of Ramana Maharshi. Bill says, thanks for answering. Expecting nothing less of an answer. Thanks, Dill. Johnny says, Johnny Cash, I'm about to go outside. Me too. I'm going to make some oatmeal. I'm going to go outside. With that, I'm going to say goodbye. I will see everyone later today, 1 o'clock, if you're able to come by and hang out. Much appreciated you guys being here. And love to you all. Take care, guys.